how does the picture look? One.
Awesome.
How does the picture look? Awesome. So you can see how the picture looks.
Yep.
Awesome. So you can see how the picture looks.
Yep.
Hi guys, this is the comparative tarot. Hi guys, this is the comparative tarot. Hi guys, this is the comparative tarot. Sorry about that.
Weird tentacle creature that I am assuming plus 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 weird tentacle creature that I am assuming moving again 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 tentacle creature that I am assuming
We can't monitor the sound. We can't monitor the sound. We can't monitor the sound.
How's it sound now?
I don't know, we should say something.
Keep talking.
something.
We are talking.
Talking. One,
How's it
two,
sound?
three.
I'm trying to find out.
Ich bin ein Berliners.
Oh, that's much better.
Or a donut?
I'm a donut, yes.
There. And this is why this place doesn't run without me. This is why I shouldn't be here. I should be over there. Alright, so continue.
Anyway, so yeah, it's a fairly dark art is concerned. A very well, it's horror for crying out loud. Lots of stabbings throughout the deck, and different things like that. But it screams of Lovecraft and the macabre. But it tends to be deceptively positive. I tend to get some very bright readings from the deck, and it'll be a bit of a weird juxtaposition between what the card means and what it looks like. So that's about it.
Alright. And Melissa, I see that you don't have your deck with you, but can you still give us a
Description of
a
it? Yeah.
description of what's going on?
My deck is the Ship of Fools deck, and it's unique in that every single card in the deck is some kind of fool. So it's kind of, there's not just the fool at the beginning, although in my deck the fool is called the Vagabond. But the whole thing is jesters and fools, and it's basically based on this old satire book from Germany. I want to say medieval times, or or slightly after. And all of the cards the whole thing was about court jesters. It was called the Ship of Fools, or Narashef, and basically showed all of the different follies of the society with different jesters. And there was about 90 or so etchings or woodblock prints. And from those prints, basically with little modification, the author of the deck created the entirety of the deck with the major and minor arcana. So it's sort of interesting and a little bit more light-hearted, certainly, than the Necronomicon deck.
Much so.
Nah.
And my deck is the Fairy Tale Tarot, and each card in the Fairy Tale Tarot is a fairy tale. I know less than half of them, so I'll be learning the fairy tales as we go through. And it also has, he has a very pretty back. See? Got keys and stuff.
Well, yours is pretty. Mine's jarring.
Mine's pretty.
Yeah.
Some of your cards are pretty.
Yeah. I like fairy tales. I love the symbology behind them, as you probably heard me spout from behind the camera almost every single class. I try to sneak that in everywhere. So now you get to see me talk about it full force in front of your face. And so that's our decks. So I believe the next and final thing that we have to decide is where we're going to start and in what direction we're going to look at the tarot. My personal suggestion would be starting with the major arcana, with the Fool, and moving through.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
All right.
Now, what are we going to do? Because some decks have different cards in them. Some decks, for example, have when we get to them, I'm not sure how many of the major and minor arcana vary from deck to deck.
Yeah.
But I know many decks do not have the page.
Oh,
Things
really?
like that, yeah.
Doesn't have a page.
Yeah. Do all of our decks have pages?
I think mine has a page.
Yeah, they actually refer to it as the knave.
The knave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually they have.
Alright.
Usually they have it in some form or another.
Yeah.
Okay. I've heard that in some of the older decks, though, it is excluded.
Well, I mean, the classic Rider-Waite, of course, has
Yeah.
a page. I mean, that's I
That's
don't know how much.
Actually, funny story, guys. I may or may not have a different problem, as in too many of the royalty cards.
Really?
Yeah, because I've got an ace, I've got a princess. Oh no, I've got a prince, a princess, a king, and a queen.
So it looks like your prince and princess are the page and knight characters.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
instead
you have
of
the standard amount. The page is often depicted as a female character.
Yeah.
Actually, as an opposite to the knight.
I have the
Never mind. I'm good. Just
I
crazy.
have ace, king, queen, knight, and knave. I believe is how it works.
Okay.
So it looks like we're pretty good. They just have different names.
All right.
Same
Yeah.
thing with the major arcana. I'm sure because you said it was.
Yeah. Mine's Vagabond. My wizard is a mountebank.
Yeah.
So we'll have some
Yeah.
interesting things because
My fool's innocence.
Yeah.
yeah, you'll have stories to tell. I'll have stories to tell. I mean, mine will be a bit more grim. Hers a bit more, well, grim except with an extra M. So that's.
Not all of them are from the Grimm brothers. Although most of them are probably.
Yeah. So we'll have a couple of stories to go around, and then I don't know. I'm assuming
she'll
there
have
must be-
to.
There
yeah,
are
there must be
stories,
something.
But I tend to help me remember what the different major and minor arcana are. I equate them with fictional characters
There you go.
from various stories.
Yeah.
For example, maybe the Fool, I suppose you'd go with Pippin from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Although for me it's a character from a play that a friend of mine's father wrote called Fool of the World and the Flying Ship.
Interesting.
And the character was often referred to as a mujik, which is Russian for peasant, but I think I mispronounced it. But he's often referred to as the magic mujik, and that is just what I call my Fool card.
So I actually can't wait for the devil when we actually bring up Cthulhu because I've actually heard several pronunciations, so we can see what happens.
Can one of us bring in a little Cthulhu plushie?
I
For your
might
Cthulhu
actually
deck?
have one.
You
so.
have a Cthulhu plushie that makes me happy.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. Again, using this fancy word juxtaposition between the Lovecraft tales and the fairy tales and your tales,
Yeah.
whatever they happen to be. I'm not very familiar with Ship of Fools.
And everything that you guys are going to bring to the table too.
Of course.
Yeah, because definitely bring your own deck, do your own research, and come in and share with us. We'll have somebody on the computer. It won't be me, unfortunately, because I know how much you guys like me there. And they'll read it off to you, or you could just respond to us via some video posts.
Yeah.
And
Respond to
there
the-
is no incorrect thing. I mean, we got Rider-Waite.
Can I break in?
Yeah, you can break in. Lex is coming to join us too.
With Rider-Waite?
So, this is my tarot deck, and let me try and get down on everyone's level. Okay, so here's my
Get on your left.
tarot deck, and I do use the standard Rider-Waite, and this was actually given to me by my aunt. And it's about 25 years old. It's pretty old. It's like the original Rider-Waite showing. And it has a very plain back, just baby blue, all in a design. But it's the one that I use. And my aunt gave it to me after all these years because, one, I'm now a witch working in Salem and I have much more use for it. But she did a lot of readings that were very accurate with this deck to a point where she kind of got scared with it. So she now gave it to me, and it's a pretty powerful deck, I believe, and it's been in the family, So that's mine. I'm going to go back to the computer.
Thank you, Lexi.
Actually, that's kind of cool because I was hoping we were going to have the Rider-Waite.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we kind of need that one.
Yeah. That is the classic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And actually,
Well, leave it to Lexi to bring back the classic.
Heck yeah!
Are you gonna say Hail Freya?
Yes, hail Freya. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Love you.
I think what we were gonna actually do is do like a hell yes, probably.
Hell yes is fine. You can say that on camera.
I know, it's just...
Well, I mean, think about what was once said during Joseph
Campbell.
Campbell.
Yes.
So that was,
Yes.
I
wow.
wasn't even
Hell
present
yeah.
for that one. So.
What about that time that you broke into the room, Grace?
Oh, good lord!
You'll never live that down.
I'm never living that down.
And what
Did I
about
miss
the
something?
constant chorus of troll? So that.
Do we have troll cards in your deck?
I might have a troll in here. What?
Do we have trolls?
We might.
Lexi's bordering on troll right now.
I am not a troll.
Maybe there's 3 billy goats in here.
Oh Lord.
I see lots of swans.
Oh, what happened to the huge
Swan Lake,
deck?
Swan Pond, Swan River, Swan
The
Creek.
huge deck? I'm not using the huge, but I have multiple fairy tale tarot decks, as you could tell by Lexi talking about it. Rapunzel! But I'm not using my big, scary, colorful one, although it might make an appearance every now and again.
It should.
The other deck that might make appearance is that I happen to have a 30 to 40-year-old Ordo Templar Orientis deck that kind of
OTO
deck that fell into my hands
Selenite
recently.
deck,
Yeah. And I don't know very much about it. I just got it, and I've been told it seems to have a lot of Gnostic symbolism.
Tons of Gnostic.
Tons of Gnostic symbolism, so I'm looking forward to learning more about that, and I may bring that in once or
You
twice.
get the Rosy Cross stamped right on the case.
Yes.
So that's very Crowley. Gnosticism.
Okay, I'm gonna go back.
Troll! There you go. There you go.
I'm a troll.
Troll.
Lexi is a troll. I know, I'm horrible. You'll love me anyways.
Sorry. But we have multiple trolls. Here's some. Actually, these might be giants.
Yeah, I've seen
Let's see,
multiple
guys.
trolls, yeah.
And
Yeah,
this is-
I think those. I
Well, I mean,
Troll.
if you're talking about the Troll Hunter movie, the giant and troll, same thing.
troll.
this may be.
Billy Goat
7
Cross.
swords. Billy Goat's Cross.
I'm gonna guess that this fairy tale might be the brave little tailor, maybe.
I've
two
never
giants.
heard of that ever.
But there's 2 giants. Didn't the brave little tailor just go up against one?
Maybe.
I just remember the Mickey Mouse version. I don't know if anybody else out there read that one, but
No, there might be one. That's just one of the few giant ones I know. So that's a random guess.
what? Okay. So, we have anything else that we need to talk about tonight?
I'm good.
All right. Well, then next week we will do the Fool or Innocent, anybody 0 card. So bring your tarot deck and come join us. We can go off now.
Thank you, I gotta use the restroom.